Hey friends, welcome back to another video. Going to be playing 5-0 today. Yesterday we played 2-0. We bounced back a little bit, so we're on 30 bankroll at the moment. Plus, we've still got $2 extra on the cashback as well. So I'm going to be quite aggressive with the bankroll at the moment. I'm not going to go crazy. I'm not going to go three buy-ins to a level, but I'm going to try and probably aim for about 6 buy-ins for the time being and see how we go. And then I will talk through the hands as I'm playing it. Hopefully enjoy and like and subscribe and all that stuff as well. All right, King 8. He's deep stacked, but I'm just going to let go just in case the blinds get funky. We'll fold Ace 5 offsuit. 4-3 is going to go. We're going to be playing not crazy. We're going to be playing quite steady just because we can't afford to go too swingy. Like, we don't want to be too high variance. So, and 3 bets us. Let's have a quick look. Well, we could probably fold this one. We could actually call if he has like ace king and stuff like that. So I could actually call that one, but I don't have much reads on him, so we'll get rid of it at the time being. All right, we'll just all right, 6-5. All right, definitely opening up king 10 suited, and also the reason why I'm opening pretty small. Oh, actually, we're going to raise this one up a bit. The reason why I'm opening up small is just so I can check raise later at streets and make wider calls and see like our and also see our equity as well. So reveal our equity rather than getting folded out. All right, so we do have an open ender. I'm going to continue this one. This is really aggressive. All right, he folds. Lucky, but yeah, it's pretty much saying that we've got aces there, or a hand that we have. Very aggressive to begin with. I did say I was going to be steady, but you got to play it as it stands. We didn't have a suit though. All right, let's get a call behind with 8-6. Reason is I want players to keep their hearts in, like all the junk hands. And we could play this really quietly because once someone makes a flush, that they will check raise us. It's not the best one though. People are alive though. We're definitely going to raise here. Think we're raising? Yeah, actually going to raise quite large. There's 2 people in the pot. Hopefully it doesn't go fold. I really don't want that. If he's got a 7, I don't think he's ever folding. Did we bet? Did we get too greedy? Maybe we did. Maybe we did. Is he tanking queens? I don't think so, but you never know. Maybe he is sort of uncapped, but then checked the flop, which means maybe he wasn't defending his hand. But you think if you had pocket queens there with the flush draw, you'd have to bet there because you couldn't afford the flush to come out like it did. Interesting is tanking. I'm not sure. All that for nothing. All right. All right. Maybe we should have just checked behind. We got too greedy with that. That's fine. We still win the hand regardless, but it was such a strong hand. Let's see what the river was. The river was a jack. Don't think it changes anything unless they have like jack 7. All right, so we got a little bit greedy. We're in position. We should have just called behind. That's fine. We're in early position. Does 3-bet wide. I'm going to actually like 4-bet. Just go check line, and then on the river, we'll check call. We'll raise this up now, and then we'll find out if he's got a 10. Regardless of him folding there, that's fine because another spade comes out. Smell trouble. There's a lot of dangerous cards there, but there's also a lot of cards that will stop his action. And ace is going to raise up. Just like we've got ace king, ace queen. Get a lot of folds, unfortunately. But a good start so far to the session, apart from getting everyone folding out when we had position. But Who knows? If you call there on the turn on the flop and everything goes check check and then you bet, I don't think they're gonna call anyway. Queen 8 suited, 9-7 suited. All right. See, this is what happens. You bet small and they 3-bet small, so we can call. Perfect flop for us. You get a C bet a lot here. Not the perfect card for us. If he's got aces and kings now, he's boated. I think we'll just have to let this one go. If you don't really believe him, I think we could jam. But as played, I think that's fine. I think it's just not going to be bluffed enough. Well, actually, the ace king could be bluffing there, but it's going to be expensive to be wrong. All right, we'll 4-bet ace king. Check, check. Got second pair with king jack. No ace or king, we'll let go. All right, we'll call with the jack. I'm gonna let go. Not gonna get greedy there. I think he's just gonna have an ace there a lot. You think he'd slow down by the river? Let's fold out some hands. And welcome to some of the new subscribers as well. Feel free to throw in the comments. If you don't agree with a certain way I play the hands, that's fine. Just explain and, tell us what time the hand was and we can talk about it. More than happy to get criticized. That's fine. All right. Ellie got, yeah, so Jack 10. We're going to 3-bet this one. This guy's a little bit wider, so isolating. And this is the problem. I'll get a call. Do you have a gut shot? Interesting he checks there. Interesting he checks though. It is a rainbow board though. Okay. Checks again. I think he's just got pocket pair. Didn't bet on the turn. I'm going to call. We kept it relatively small. Probably should have folded that one. But I think he could have actually got some fault. Like, I guess we don't even beat his bluffs. So that was probably a really bad call. And his bluffs probably would have been queens and jacks. So really, that was a bad call. That's fine. And we get a C bet here. Hit third pair. Gonna turn into a bluff. We do have a straight draw as well. We represent a strong hand here. So it's going to be hard for him to fold. And then we're just going to let it rip. Perfect river. Don't think he's folding here. Unfortunately, he gets ace jack. Was an interesting hand. All right. Yeah, unfortunately it was a chop. I thought we played it pretty well. 8-5. All right, we'll defend. Probably go the passive line. All right, we'll check raise or we can lead out. He might have a queen. I don't know if he's got king queen. He might have ace queen. Second pair doesn't bet. Maybe he's got jacks. Maybe he's got pocket pair with a heart that beats us. I'll bet little and then see if pocket jacks or tens call. Okay, we'll throw in a value or bluff. Bad river. Ooh, we're starting to get a bit fancy play, so we need to settle down. But if we barreled the king card, it would have folded. Anyway, we need to calm it. Pocket tens. Raise a bit higher now. Okay, ace hits our range. Got a bet it like we got ace king, ace queen. All right, lost one. All right, perfect. Maybe I should have called that jack 8. He's deeper stacked anyway, but we're not. Just had a schnitzel for dinner. And a reg. We're just going to fold out the danger hand. All right, so I opened and checked, so he's got barely anything. It's one of those ones so far. Everyone's got either a chop or nothing at all. All right, queen 10, small blind, blind battle. All right, we'll bet this one up. We get the jack, it'd be beautiful. Scare card. If he calls this one, he's got a decent hand. So he's probably got a set or two pairs. Could have flopped the straight as well. Shame we didn't hit our straight. But anything he's missed there, he's going to be folding out. Especially when we represented ace. So when he raises us there, he's pretty much saying he's not scared of the ace. So he's got to have better. All right, pocket threes in the big blind. All right, it's going to call behind. We could check raise with threes here. Hits our range. Also, he could be c-betting way too much as well. So you could have, you know, ace king, ace queen, ace jack, ace 10, and think he has to c-bet. He's uncapped at the moment. He's still got a gut shot here. Three's just fizzled out here. You could still have king, queen, king, jack. He's playing it like he hasn't got anything though. The way he's played it. Okay, he's got an ace. King 10 is folding. All right, so we've got a flush draw. I'll bet this one's 4 ways. All right, we get position, which is a bonus. Free card. Overbet. We're saying we've got an 8, I guess. Does he believe? Yes, he does. King 6, poker god, 3 bets. Standard, I'm going to call. We got position. Don't have a club. We've seen from the other guy before. Check there when he's got like a strong ace. He's probably hoping we catch up. Now we're just going to fold out. So I've seen a few people do that line where he probably has kings or maybe even king queen. Maybe pocket pairs and just knows that we're weak and he's just trying to throw in some type of block bet or thin value bet. And sometimes they could have a monster just trying to slow play, but it's not going to work out. Especially when we're that weak. All right, 8. Cool behind. Normally 3 bet ace jack though. I'm going to check here. Hopefully the cutoff raises. All right, we'll just call here. So it's a blank. Now we will raise. Like with anything we're scared of is jack 9. Now we're not even scared of that. If someone's got a queen, they've got trips. We're going to raise it up pretty large. Because he's betting into 2 other players. It's got to be quite strong here. Got to say he's got a queen. Might have ace queen, king queen. We're not scared of jack 9 anymore. 8-7, I'm going to call. Got middle pair. No diamond, unfortunately. Yeah, he called perfect. And notice we raised a bit larger there because we knew his hand was going to be decent. And we're going to bet here with 8-7. We're a little bit vulnerable. And he's going to bluff out. He's going to hopefully fold out a lot. All right, unfortunate. Maybe the case where we should have actually just checked. But at the same time, if he didn't hit, I don't think is he get a shove there with the aces, with the ace of hearts. Maybe. All right, so we've got one decent hit out of the way. Hit a 5, backdoor. Happy to take home trash. Even if it's a small win. Just got to double check something. Yeah, we'll defend, but it's not great. See, we'll fold, get out of the way. Probably should have folded. All right, we under the gun. We could bet this one. Bet small, hits our range. Plus, we hit the 5. Could bet it big here, and if he doesn't believe us, if it trips, go to value town. Done a few hands like that, where the 5s pair up on the board, and we go trapping, and go with some type of bluffy line. Ooh, open ender, backdoor flush. Get the free card. We got the straight. A bit small. See what he's got. No. Then need to bet 1 or 2 big blinds there to get his ace high to call, possibly. Something I've been working on is just trying to get those really small, they're really bad hands to call. And think of it this way, if he's got a lower straight or something like that, he's definitely going to be raising it. All right, ace king. 23-14, bit of a gap, so a bit of a passive player. Doesn't bet all his hands. Does a bit of limping. Probably chases, sets, and flushes. All right, king 10. I'm going to check behind. Not a great card for us. I'm going to call all these. It's fine. Lost the minimum. Did under up top pair though. And we use pot control. And maybe he does better jack there as well. Thinking we've got nothing. Okay, we do have a gut shot. Backdoor. Very tight player, 3%. It's almost worth calling whatever he's betting here. Because if he's got an ace, he's going to be paying. Right, unfortunately, it missed. I don't think we can bluff there. Remember, he is the original raiser, so he's got a lot of aces. And anyone that's got pocket kings or pocket queens or jacks there is probably not going to believe us. So, especially at the micros. I mean, sometimes people will tell you that you need to play a certain way and you can bluff, but at the micros, people don't play your hand; they play their hand. All right, top pair, and we've got a back door. Ace jack. We could raise this up. No, I'm gonna call. He could have a 4. Probably missed the check raise there. But what was the sizing of? Wait, what was the sizing? He bet half pot, which is pretty solid. And he knows we have something, and we missed our flush, so. And there's an overcard out there. All right, 8. We'll 3-bet 8s. Likes to steal a little bit. Yeah, I'm not. I don't really like it when they have to reconnect. All right, going to continue. We've got a lot of overcards that we need to defend against. Don't mind winning now because an ace or a king, queen, jack, or 10 comes out. It just smells danger. So try and win the hand before the river. I've got ace, queen. Been a hand that I've been running into problems with lately. In position, not so much, but out of position, yes. And if the big blind does raise, they're going to often have ace, king. And then sometimes when they raise and you hit the queen, they could have aces and kings. So you need to play it similar to what king, queen is. It's a marginal hand. All right, check 9 suited. It's probably should have played that one. All right, back door, and we've got a second pair. Get a raise up ace jack suited. He's deep stacked as well. All right, hit trips, but it could be. Didn't want to see the king. Should be fine though. 7s. All right, both hands fine. We tried to under wrap for the ace jack, but given the junk he had or the scare cards, just kept folding out a lot. All right, pocket queens. Here we go. And we'll open up queen 8. People are relatively tight at the moment. Seems to be pretty. Seems to be a lot of regs at the time. Doesn't seem to be the best time to play. This guy's labeled as a reg. Yeah, 1700. So I should be clicking on most of these guys just to say that they're regs. Most of them. Oh, this one's a new player. So question mark. This guy's really tight. We'll label him as red. Not going to call ace-3. Don't feel like making things tough for us. Jack 2's gone. Alright, there's another reg. Just call behind with ace-3. It's another reg as well. This guy loves to attack though. So maybe we should make him probably a yellow. Alright, so I've got an ace. We've still got to do pot control. We can check call. No. Should actually bet there on the river. Get some little bit of value. And probably just going to fold out. Queen 10. His stealing rate is not out of hand. Still in the 20s, but if it's like high up 30s or 40s, we could probably start full betting. Yeah, so we definitely missed a value there with the ace rag hand. I'm pretty sure he would have called. Defend with king 9. We've got position here. Well, he's call. Like he could do this with ace queen, ace jack, ace 10. Hopefully he hasn't done it with king jack. All right, we'll bet small. See if he calls with some rag. There you go. So we bet small, 2 big blinds. Something I'm working on is accumulating even from the hands they've got nothing from. And hopefully that helps our win rate. Pocket twos. We could probably just fold this, but I'm going to call. The thing is, you can easily get set over set, so. All right, letting everyone try to catch up. Bet small. All right, we'll 3-bet eights. Assume this guy's pretty standard. King on the river. If we just waited one more, we'd have at least probably got a call. We got impatient. But you never know, they might have had a 5. And then when you build the pot up, definitely could have got a bigger river bet in. And the king would have been great for us if he had a 5, because they might have put us on ace king or king queen. We didn't 3-bet, say. You could probably put us on a king jack or a king 10 type hand. And then, you know, they just think their hand's really strong. It wasn't meant to be. Seven, 5, 4 comes out. There's a lot of good turn cards coming out if it stays low. So if a 3 of hearts come out, we'll have an open ender, or at least a gut shot flush draw. So let's call it. Keeping the pot relatively low here. That is a dangerous card. But I'm not, since the pot's so low, I'm just going to check here. I was thinking about bluffing it though. But with 2 pair, a lot of people will call with 2 pair. Remember, he was the original raiser, so he should have somewhat of a tight range. And you'd think he'd have a huge chunk of that hand. Some people are capable of folding there. But two pair hands, it's very hard for people to fold. I know firsthand. Alright, so we've got a gut shot with 7, jack 7. We're not going anywhere. We do block the straight. But we do have a miss straight. So what's that mean? Chances are if we've got a miss straight, he's probably got a made hand. Alright, so we've got a pair and we've got a flush draw. Bet this one, try and win it now. Bets into us, I think we're just calling. We're not going to like this. You could easily have a flush now. I don't think we can do, we can't raise this. You could easily have a flush on us. Okay, just bluffing. Alright, so we took the donation. Can't raise there. Alright, we'll call. I was thinking about 3-betting with 2s. This time the 7's paired up. Alright, so if he's got... We're going to get fancy? No. Ace on the river. Just thinking about what he's got as well. I'll throw a bet. He might have ace king and just missed. We have a lot of turn cards again. Jack of diamonds comes out. You know, we got huge equity. Just jams. It's unfortunate. Wow. Maybe not a great bet. Although if he had ace king, I don't think he's raising. Bet the fives. No, hit nines. We sort of value bet ourselves there on the turn. Yeah, full bets us. Real deep though. Need to level ourselves yet again. After just playing well, 2 hands a little bit wrong. Or not necessarily wrong, just didn't turn out the way we wanted. Alright, this one hits our range. Got a gut shot with 7-5. We could call here. Could be slow playing. Try and take it. He told us enough times he didn't have a hand. Be embarrassing if he actually calls there and wins. Alright, Queen 10, just taking it down. Need to keep labeling these guys. Ooh, that guy's a red, I think. Yellow's a stealer. Alright, I got a call. We do have back doors, which didn't come out. We'll keep labeling everyone else around. Something I just need to improve on. This guy is pretty fishy, actually. Pot bloated a little bit because it was multi-way. We're still withdrawing to an ace. Another 2. Check 7's gone. 5-4. Yeah, see you later. We don't need to do anything there. You'll find one of their hands like, as soon as the 10 comes out or the jack, it's going to hit so many hands. All right, hit trips. Let's raise it up. He's called. Beautiful. Notice he didn't raise us. If he had a flush, he would have raised, I reckon. So well played there. Good hand to bring it back. Sort of trapped him as well. Notice they make mistakes when you check, especially out of position. Didn't 3-bet, so we'll take advantage of that. Continue the heat. If he hasn't got anything now, and we'll just call on the river. Or actually, we'll value bet the river. He might have a queen. I think it's the queen. It's got 10s. Okay, so we bet small on the river. You just got to think what hands he's got. So if he's got an 8, I think he's getting greedy and probably raising us. All right, 7-6. Also, he'd be scared of the ace as well. Probably easy. Check fold. You know, ace king's not folding there with the 10 coming out. All right, sevens. Let's build this side up a little bit. Yeah, all the regs are out at the moment, which probably suits me okay. Probably could have folded. We'll see if Hashim actually raises, but he didn't last. He didn't before, so all right. He just screamed strength here, but he is a weak player, so like he's got a wide stat. So he's playing 36% of hands over 631. So I think I'm calling there, and then if we hit a set, he's gonna hopefully pay us off a bit more. But it's gonna hurt when we do miss. Another egg, pretty standard. Backdoor. Just gonna go for showdown, but with such a weak holding. So you bet small before. Let's get a bet one, see if he calls. He might actually raise. It's that small. He might even fold. Who knows what he's gonna do? No, he's gonna fold. Don't know if he's gonna be bluffing the river though. Pretty much you could exploit people by betting one big blind. I think people are gonna call you down like 90 something% of the time. I remember hearing about it somewhere. All right, we're gonna call. It is wide, but could 3-bet. Interesting he checked straight away though. Let's get the bluff in. Yeah, notice he had a check timing. There was a timing tell there. He just checked behind straight away, which suggests he's got a weak hand. Ooh, king 6 would have been... Is that... No, they're still playing it. I think I had king 6, and that would have been straight draw. So it would have been an interesting hand. But in the small blind, it's really hard to play. It wasn't that one. Surely it wasn't that one. Maybe I'm losing it. Maybe I'm glad I folded after all that. All right, so we've got a flush draw. We'll bluff at it, why not? All right, Jack 8, could 3-bet, but I'm not going to. We're deep stacked. You'll find a lot of players that are a bit deeper stacked do not 3-bet or 4-bet as much, or their sizing's a bit lower. All right, so we do have a gut shot. And we're going to open ender on the queen 10. All right, so we've got the straight. Do we have a 10 on the river, and we just wanted to make it to the river. Right, throw a bluff in here. Yeah, I can't call with a 10. Easy fold. Jack 8 didn't bet small enough. Yeah, didn't bet small enough. Should have let me down. I thought maybe he had a better hand, but obviously not. Gonna raise up with tens though. Almost assume another eggs in the game. Oh, actually, probably not. 4-bet's gonna call. All right, so we got sevens. Wow, he got a straight. Oh man, what a hand. Yeah, that's a what a hand. Shouldn't have let her rip. Although, if he's got aces and kings, it's such a scary board. But he just happened to have king seven. Maybe he's got king seven there, right? We'll put a green on him because that is a fishy play. Most of these players would not have king seven suited there and 4-bet. Although it's quite a wide 4-bet. I'm going to check raise with 5-3. Oh, didn't raise, so. Did have a gut shot flush draw. So unfortunate we didn't get the chance to do anything there. Yeah, so annoyed. So annoyed at myself with the tens, but at the same time, very hard for him to call if he had not a straight, I guess. All right, going to be a flip with ace king. Please don't give us a queen. A 10 would be nice. Thank you. Had my doubts then for a minute. We'll defend queen 7. No spade. Easy fold. We just use the boxing button for no reason, just give someone something to look at for a little bit. All right, we'll 3-bet king 10 suited. It's got a little bit tighter though, which means he'll fold a lot more. And then if he's in the hand, just be extra careful. All right, would like to make up for that last loss. He's got $10 behind us anyway. Okay, do I have a gut shot? We're going to bet it. No heart though, that's the question. Raises, I'm going to call. Let's see the sizing. Let go. Unfortunately, there was no queen there. Get the queen, it's the straight. Then just printing money. All right, ace jack. Didn't call, unfortunately. Good board for nines. No 9, unfortunately. It is a good hand for Ace King to bluff at, though. A lot of straights coming out. Alright. Wow, look at this guy. What a nit. 10,000 hands. This guy's somewhat red as well. So I'm targeting red players as someone who's quite tight. And the standard regular, I'm just going to put them as burgundy type color. All right, so I've got 3. We could check raise here. He's got 2 pair. Got counterfeited with the 2s. So frustrating. All right, ace jack. This guy plays a lot of hands. Oh, interesting. We'll label him as green. Session's a bit up and down at the moment. I'm not playing great. I'm not playing bad, but I'm not playing great as well. So we potentially could be doing well. I've had a couple of hands like the 10s and putting us back, and that 9-3 suited hand. Terrible. Definitely raising with queens out of position. And just constantly going to be labeling these guys. Interesting if he checks here, but I think we can fold the turn bet. Yeah, I feel like he's got top set, or at least a book now. But I called one more straight just in case we peeled the queen, in case he had ace king. Scare card? What is going on? We need to calm down. Multi-way pot. I'm going to give up this hand for the ace king. Shame. Well, it's starting to look pretty good too. Got the straight. I like his name, Never Lose Hope. Just questioning ourselves. Just because we had a brief period where we're just playing a little bit fishy, I guess. So we need to just bring back reality there. Very wide, but all cool. Three bets us. Three bets a lot, but just gotta let go. Look to light four bet sometimes against people that are getting out of the way, like just getting carried away. Sorry. All right, we'll squeeze with 7-6 suited. Got position. We're calling. We've got a gut shot, backdoor flush. Interesting, he bets into us. If we hit a three, we got the straight, so that's why I at least called one. And you never know, maybe we get another club. See if we can bring it back. Ooh, fives. Oops. Big decision. All right, we'll three bet Jack 10. He's got a monster. He's just pretending. He's got a straight. He's just pretending. He's going to bet the river. Or try and trap us. He's pretending he's got a big decision to be made. Did tell you. I'm not going to call. Alright. Check 9. Let's 3-bet. 28%. Quite fishy, actually. A little bit wider than the other ones. We will raise a little bit higher. Do have a lot of flush draws. Plus we got top pair. Alright, we'll see about this one. And let it rip. They don't always have a set, my friends. They don't always have a set. I don't know what he thought we had. He sort of trapped him. The small C bet sort of put him in a way. Sometimes they could have a set there, obviously, but then there's that guy. And 15% of hands as well. We're happy to take. All right, now we have a flush draw. We got a straight draw. All right, squeeze King Jack. 9-7's just, yeah. You might have a book there, but even if a queen comes out and we hit our straight, we could probably have to find a fault there. Might call a small bet. Probably can't raise though, but we'll call a small bet. Because you could still have, in the 9-7 hand, you could still have trips. You could still have two pair, like a king or a king jack, king queen. So there's hands we do beat there. But when he shoves like that, he's saying he's got a very strong hand, either a book or a straight already. But I think since we already block his straights, he's probably already got a book. But whatever happens, our hand wasn't good enough. Even we couldn't beat a bluff there. Backdoor flush. Deep stacked. All right, Jack. This does hit our range, so if he hasn't got a queen or a jack, he might be questioning himself. Maybe he didn't 3-bet pre. All right, he might have a jack though. Yeah. I was actually thinking of closing that table down because we've had the tables go up and then go back down. So I was thinking about cashing. But at the same time, so we've got 7 now behind us. Oh, multi-way pot, so we check. All right, just fold ace 10. I'm going to close that table down just to have some more money backing us there. So we've got 10 behind us now. All right, got 9s. Also, how much have we got in the rewards? 250. It's not really great, is it? All right, hit the queen. Overbet, he could call a king queen, queen jack. Or ace 9. Makes no sense at all. Actually, what am I doing? Actually, I'll make him as purple. Yeah, I'll make him purple. Someone who doesn't fold. All right, we'll take that. All right, ace 5. All right, I'm going to fold. Would have been open ender though. Get a gut shot here. We're going to bet it. Yeah, he's blocking us straight. All right, ace high beats king 2. Perfect. All right, the dreaded 10s. We've had this before. Folding 10-4. Calling button with 10-4 offsuit. Not going to be folding there, but do have a flush draw. I don't think he's got a strong hand. All right, there you go. I just think he'd be betting there if he had a strong hand, especially on the flop. He's either got a flush or, you know, if he's got an ace there, he's betting. So he doesn't have an ace. So just putting pressure on his caps range. That's the reason why I went for that. All right, jacks. All three bet jacks. All right, we've got second pair. Now we've got two pair. Ooh. Hit top set with jacks. Okay, he's got a king. Now he's got three kings. And we're going to real rip. And he's going to call with king ace or king queen. Or twos. Oh, wow. So we under wrapped. Ooh, the two twos. Oh, man. We do beat ace king. So we've got a call. Split. I thought maybe if he's got ace... We're worried about ace jack there, but he's got ace king or ace queen. We do beat him because he's playing the twos and we've got the fives. So we'll have aces and fives, and he'll have aces over twos. All right, so that was a really nice hand with the jacks. This smashes his range. Dry board. Yeah. I probably should have folded the turn as well. All right, we will leave this table now. Just the way the games have been playing tonight. Win one, lose one, win one, lose one. So we need to just protect because we've got a low bankroll. So good to see that we're coming back though. Should have probably done this a bit earlier. King Jack, just gonna let go. I think small blinds, just not gonna get carried away too much. Against an unknown as well, so it's probably less likely he's going to be bluffing. Yeah, let's that pot come out. Ooh, that was a juicy pot though. If you're gonna ask for a flop and not hit, that's definitely one. Like we had a flush draw and a gut shot. We're all flush draw as well. So hit the queen of clubs, we're all flush. Maybe we just lost that opportunity. All right, 10-8 suited. All right, so no one's really getting in out of line tonight, apart from the twos. But the same reason I was pretty worried about the twos earlier in the night because set over set can happen. All right, everyone's fold. We'll call. All right, got a flush draw. Got a lot of equity on the turn, possibly. We'll 3-bet queen 10 suited. Gets 33%. This guy's a bit fishy. Got a gut shot. Flush draw. Flush is there. I mean, not flush draw. You could easily have something there. Turning into a bluff here, but ace king hits our range. Remember we 3-bet pre. He's going to do a ton of folding here, but he's also going to do a ton of shoving. And we just get out of the way. 3-bet 6-5. Remember, we had a strong range there. We're screaming strength. Ooh, straight. Let's rip it in. Please don't fold. Please call. Yes. We'll cash out. Reason why I cashed out there as well. Oh, shouldn't have cashed out. Couldn't really lose. That was a really bad cash out, wasn't it? Shouldn't have cashed out because I couldn't lose the hand. It was just in case we chopped. That was the worst chop in history. That was the worst cash out in history. I'm sorry, guys. You had to witness that. We just lost so much EV from that. That should have been a double up. Yeah, so 3-bet there with Queen 10. People don't 4-bet enough, so we're exploiting there. So if you're thinking, what am I doing 3-betting with Queen 10 offsuit? That's what we're doing. If they're not going to 4-bet other than like aces, kings, people don't even 4-bet ace king at this level sometimes. So that's why we're doing it. We're exploiting them. Because then they 4-bet us, they're going to have aces and kings, and then their hands like turned upside down. All right, gonna have a bet here. We do have a gut shot. And we're gonna let this one rip. Double gutter, and we had a flush draw as well, and we missed. Top pair. Another standard rag, pretty much. All cool. We've had this flop. We've had this board before. Scare card. The reason why I bet big there was because I think his queen might outkick us. And with the king on the board and the flush completing, you got to find the fold a lot. But it might be another case of where we bet really small and you'd be fine. He might actually just call with his pocket pairs. All right, let's go up a lot of air. Oops. Probably should have just folded pre. I just got very tight. So 13, we've got about 13, 14, 14. 14 plus 7, 21. So back up to 26 pretty much. Plus we can never go totally bankrupt because it's still got a couple dollars in the cash back, but that's worst case scenario, which we don't want to be in it. All right, we'll call behind with 5-4. We can check raise 5-4. We can call. The flush is there, which is not great. So we might go a passive line this time. All right, we've got the straight. We don't need to defend the hand because the hand's already against us. All right, no red, please. Bluff. We're saying good and ace, but remember we did 3-bet. Or did we? Anyway, we mucked around. Mucked around with him, but found that the hard way. Alright, backdoor flush. Third pair. Yeah, I bet this one, and it just, 5 comes out. Oh, got 2-pair, good barrel. Also, another heart comes out. We can definitely bet that one again. Yeah, 7-5 suit. Everyone's playing quite tight, so we probably could have opened that up from the small blind. No one's really getting carried away here. This guy got 3 stars. What's the 3 stars mean? I'm not really sure. He's got a bracelet, so maybe he's a tournament winner. A tournament wiener. I gotta check raise. Need to defend the hand. I gotta fold out. I think he's got a flush. And the board just got worse. So if he's got the hands that we're targeting, he's gonna have a book by the end of it. At best, we're chopping. And I think he's gonna have a lot of flushes. Sets. So we just got out of that one really quickly. So I think we saved money there. So he could have 6-7 in his range. I'm just gonna fold out here. The reverse implied odds are crazy. If he's got a 6, we're just losing. I've learnt the hard way. Comes up more often than you think. Queen 2 just defending, but I guess we could call. Jack of clubs comes out. We've got an open ender flush draw. So I'm just trying to identify these spots. All right, we can let go. He's saying he's got a made hand already. All right, multi-way pot hits his range. We did have the 8, so if a 6 comes out, we'd have a straight draw. Could have bet quite large here. Could be chasing flushes. Could have a piece of the board. Could have straight draws and flush draws. And ace-8 is going to fold. I think it's important we bet strong here again. Remember we didn't 3-bet pre-flop, so I think we can cancel out ace-king. Ace-queen, I mean. So I think he could still go for... He could still have queen-jack in his range. Still chasing a flush or a straight. So I think continuing the heat, get him to close off all those hands, I think is pretty good. Gonna fold there, don't finish the action. Always a short stacker with the, I think it was 5-4 suited. Do we call? Oh, we'll defend. We've hit a 7. If he's got ace king, We're doing pretty good. Ace queen. We're doing pretty good. I'm gonna call. I think we're doing pretty good here, but yeah, strange he didn't. I don't know what he was doing. To be fair, I was expecting an ace hand, but interesting he had threes. Didn't three bet us. You could have ace king though. You could have ace jack, ace 10 though. Much easier in position than out of position, obviously. I do not want to be out of position with ace queen, like not much at all. Nightmares over ace queen hitting the ace and ace king turns up. It's just not a spot you want. And also in the micros, they play that tight that, you know, you're trying to get value from hands that don't even play. I mean, they never. There's not many people that three bet ace jack and ace 10, but I do, but not many people do. All right, sixes take it away. Humble poker. Are we playing against the humble? Are we? I got a flush here. And we're not betting the ace, we're actually betting the 8. Nice. Get a little bit of, just get a little bit of value on the river. All right, Jack 9 suit, get a fold. It was actually pretty cool to see Mr. Humble. All right, deep stacked. He's deep stacked, we're not. All right, he could have an ace or a king of clubs, so we need to bet this. I'm going to overbet it, charge everything we can. If he's got ace king, it's sad. If he checks here, we just check behind. Goes all in. I've got a call. I can't fold. Perfect. He does a block bet as well. I don't think we could shove. But wait, could we shove? Could we shove? Probably not. It's just a little bit too wide, I think. I'm going to bet this. We're going to gut shot. Give me a 6 and I'll be happy. Thanks. 7 hits his range. He's going to do a lot of raising here. Probably should have just checked. Entering Spewville. It's got to be careful. Love to hit an 8 on the river. 8-4. I'm going to call. And he wanted to get another spade. Interesting, I have to call. Damn it. Nice hand. Probably could have found a fold, but at the same time. Does he do it with ace high? I'm not sure. Do we actually bet anything? Probably not. Does he do it with smaller pockets? Trying to fold out. All right. possible, but are they smart enough to do that? I don't think so. I think it's a matter of just folding that one. All right, a bit deeper stacked here. Get a raise. Matter of just hitting a 6, but unfortunately not. He would have done all the hard work for us. You know, if that 2 was a 6, you're just getting everything in. Sometimes it's just a bad call. Just a stack. How large was the bet though? I know it was quite big. So 40. No, so even if it's times 11, we're still, I think it's 1 and 7. All right, we're continuing here with Jack 9. Got a lot of turn cards coming out. That is not one. And I'm not going to represent anything here, so I'm just going to check fold. All right, playing against a vegan. Everyone's quite deep here. I'm going to have to play. So we've got a back door. All right, Jack 9's gone. All right, so we got an open ender with 6s, bit disguised. We could check call. All right, it's fine. All right, picking larger size with the flush draw. All right, checking behind multi-way pot. Need to bet again. Double flush draws out there. All right, we'll bet the king 10 this time. All right, 2 little pots. Need to win another hand, I think. There's 10. Although, if you notice, the tables are just very calm at the moment. All right, top 2. All right, checking behind. Don't like the flush. But notice he, maybe I should have bet again. Because remember on the turn, he just auto-checked straight away. Which suggests he's not going to be betting there. He's not thinking about raising the hand. So that was a tell. He's not raising there. Intentionally wasn't interested in raising. See, I had like a mediocre hand. Top pair, weak kicker. So we should have actually kept betting there. All right, low board. Blind battle. This guy's red. This guy folds out a lot. If he does fall bet, we need to get out of the way. That's a light full bet though. It's very small, so we have to call. Yes, he can have aces and kings here, but if we do hit two pair or set or not, unfortunate, but we're all around that. He's going to have overpairs, and a lot of times he gave us a chance to really get there. Okay, double pair. I mean, double paired board. All right, if he's got this check's mine. King 10. Okay. We're probably never folding. We're probably just going to get a bluff, if anything. But before you know it, he even checks. So couldn't even comment on the hand before I even did that. We'll take it. They're playing pretty passive, so. There's regs everywhere. Probably on the red side. It's quite tight. Means you'll do a lot of folding, but a lot of full betting. If he's strong, then we just get out of the way. Red. Just tight 3-bet, tight raising. This guy's relatively red. Could be gut shot. He'd have his out kicked most times. All right, we got him. We can call. No, he's gonna fold. Got a feeling I want to call though. You might have ace queen, ace jack. Possibilities that the diamonds didn't make it, the clubs didn't make it. Sure, the eight did, but remember he did raise. So it was a board that there's gonna be a lot of bluffs. So I should have probably called there. I should have called. And I think he would have had a lot of king queen, ace queen, some funky hand. So I don't think the board really helps anyone. And if he had a strong hand, if that board really hit him, I think he would have actually bet there, like on the flop or on the turn. And if he had a strong pocket pair, I think he has to bet there as well. So that's why I'm leaning towards air there. Pretty sick if he played jacks that way though. All right, deep stacked. Probably should have bet a bit small. Ace jack. And got ace 5 suited now. Min raise. Hits our range. Need a 10. You watch, he's going to bet this one. Probably has a queen. Probably has a queen there. Gonna bet this one. If a 7 or a 6 comes out, we'll fire away again. Yeah, 6 comes out, then you got a gut shot, and then the 7 comes out. Pretty amazing. Good things can happen. Alright, 6s. Need to call. Back door. Plus we hit the king. Good board for 6s. Interesting over bets here. If he checks here, it doesn't mean he's got a strong hand. Probably check call the river. With king 10. We got awfully sticky with 6s here. On the river. So we actually called on the turn and we had the best hand. Alright. Isolate the fishy. Goes all in. I'm going to fold, but I feel like calling. Alright, I think he's got a king. 7s, wow. Hmm. 10 behind us. Still got to be very careful, especially with the bankroll. Every loss does hurt. We are losing a bit. We've lost 2 buy-ins now. Even though we're not really playing that bad. Ticketmaster. I would have hit the straight. What am I doing? Should have checked. Should have checked and get the river. And mind you, if tonight doesn't work out in the 5NL, we just get back to 2NL tomorrow. And that's fine. Just make sure we don't lose too much. But we're going to be playing quite an aggressive bankroll line. We do have a 10. No heart though. Could easily have an ace. Or kings. The cat is snoring. Alright, ace 8 open. 3-2 is folding. Alright, we'll play in position against Poker God. Just haven't been hitting that much of late. Would have been a gut shot. 10-6, just getting out the way. We will play Jack 7 suited. How many people are playing at the moment? 199. Alright, he didn't 3-bet. She's going to fold out a lot if he doesn't have an ace. If he does have an ace, he's calling. But he's going to have a lot of pocket pairs that he's trying to, or maybe a suited connector that he's calling with. Some junk hands that's missed a lot of the time. Yeah, still the worst hand before was the cash out. Should have been a double up. Did check fast behind us. So I'm trying to pick up on those tells. Still very new at it. Alright, flush draw. Double gutter? No, it's just a gutter. It's just a gutter. I will bet here. Got a flush. Alright, getting the fold out, hopefully. Jack 2. He's called, damn it. Actually, shouldn't bluff that. Shouldn't bluff the paired. It's just a card you're not allowed to bluff on, really. People just see through it. Alright, so he was just lead donk betting into us to see where it was at. Jack 10. King 2's gone. A bad hand to call with that flop. Didn't have the ace of heart, I don't think. Oh, we did have the ace of hearts. It's the one flop you don't want to see after folding. All right, 8-7. Kings hits our range, but seven's disguised. Seven's disguised, but a flush is there. I'm just gonna call it. I hope he doesn't have a flush. Fuck we. That's a coin of what is it? Playing. What is it? Oh, there's a saying. Oh, what is it? Too busy worried about your own tricks or whatever it is, and you get blind. Damn it! I do that with two paired hands. As soon as he shoves there, as soon as he shoves there, it's terrible. As soon as he shoves there, it's terrible because the king's on the board as well. We will have to drop the levels, I think. All right, we're dropping back to 2-0. All right, hit a 5. Flush draw. We do have the ace of spades, so we do block other flushes. All right, we can't afford to keep playing at that level, but lucky enough, we can go to $2. That's unfortunate. After having such a good start as well. But we need to make sure we don't have the mindset of trying to play catch up. We just need to keep playing the best we can. I got jacks. Flush draws out there. Straight draws are out there. He's missed his flush. There you go. The tell was he did the chip shuffle right, but also what confirmed it before. If you have a look, it was the sizing on the turn. His sizing on the turn was quite small, and that tweaked me. That's why I did call. All right, we'll take that. Definitely needed. All right, ace 9. All right, we've got the ace of spades. Still got the ace of spades. All right, he's screaming strength, but a bit different that time. Calling a river bet with ace king. Oh, we'll bet this. Hopefully, calls with ace queen, ace 10. You might call with pocket pairs though, 2s and 3s maybe. It calls with ace 10. Perfect. All right, top two. Opponent could easily connect with Queen 10. Not a great run out for Queen 10, especially if you've got an ace. You're up against an ace. So definitely don't want to play that board quiet. Oops. Yeah. It seems to be reg central. The reason why I did call there, the 8-7 plus we had a backdoor. Oh, we didn't have a backdoor, but we had a chance to make a straight by the river. Not a good board for twos. Sevens will raise in a small blind. Perfect. Let's see a shallow stack. Wow, 1%, 1%, 1%. Pretty much just playing aces and kings. Pretty much just aces. And just shoves. And clubs could be easy fold. Pretty much open any two at this rate. If they're going to keep folding, it's going to be a long night. All right, Black Dragon, 39%. Not the best river card. Good if we had ace king suited though. All right, we're just going to jam this. Perfect. And the times we don't make it, we get folds. And on the best occasions too, the ace plays as well. It's going to fold. Drawing to a 6, but is it really going to help? Too much reverse polite odds there. 10 comes in. They've got a 10, we're dead. We're probably drawing dead. Just keeping the pot low. Alright, got a short stacker. I don't want him to jam on us. Got a gut shot now. Do have a 7. Unfortunate. We've got a 7, but I think we should have folded the 6. I don't think we'd be good here all the time. He could probably just have pocket pairs. Yeah. Pretty much just hero calling with the 7. Maybe bets with the 5. It was only a small bet though. I'm gonna call. I don't want to raise here and get the small stack to shove. We can still have the second best hand here. Hopefully, button checks as well. And I think now we do have the best hand. So now we're just going to go to. Now we're just going to Value Town. Unfortunately, no one's got anything though. Like I was hoping he had an ace. I had a little bit of a piece of it. With 2 people in the hand, I thought maybe. All right, come on, 7s. Gut shot. Oh wow, big blind folded. Got a gut shot here. Interesting if you. Oh, I can't call. Interesting if he checks there though. I mean, do we stab with him checking and then get people to fold on the scare card? Maybe. And if we're wrong, we spike on the river? Maybe. But at least we get to choose how we want to play. All right, Queen Jack just going in. Good price. Really need another heart. Probably ends it. Yeah, Queen Jack, see you later. It's going to lose the ace high in pocket pairs. What? Yeah, 7. It's going to say. Just not going to risk it with the clubs. All right, ace jack. Bet the queen of diamonds would continue. Strange you didn't bet though. Drawing to a jack. We do have a flush, so it worked last time. Taking a long time. He's acting like he's got a tough decision. But he hasn't got a tough decision. He just needs to get his hand off it. Gut shot, reject 10. With the 10. Good bluff at it. Completes the straights, completes the flush. Doesn't seem to be very strong. Alright, I think we're going to call it a sesh. Didn't really go to plan. We'll go back to 2-0 tomorrow. Alright, last hands. Alright, that's going to be it. Alright, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. We'll go back to 2-0 and go from there. Yeah, unfortunate, didn't work out. Did pretty well at 5-0 for the start, and then just lost a few hands. I'll probably have to review my own hands and see how we go from there. Alright, guys.